Behind the Walls of Terra by Philip Jose Farmer. I have owned this book more than once over the course of my lifetime. Each time it sat unread, sometimes for years, before I traded or sold it for other literary goods. Why have I never actually read it before now? I'll tell you. In 1977, when the Lava World appeared, I read it right away. I liked the cover, and the idea of a shifting globular planet appealed to my 19-year-old imagination. The problem was that by the age of 19, I had grown accustomed to reading skillful prose with well-developed characters. I liked getting inside the heads of fictional people and bonding with them. That sort of bonding does not happen in Farmer's books. He is a master of creating quirky scenarios and dangerous situations for his heroes. But the heroes themselves are something like tabula rasa, meaning we know virtually nothing about them beyond their reasons for their quests, the women they are devoted to, and their appetites for food, smoke, or alcohol. To say his protagonists are two-dimensional is an understatement. There may be a very good reason for this. It could be that Farmer's primary audience was boys between the ages of, say, 9 and 13. Boys in this age group usually don't care much about character development. In their minds, they are the hero. They don't want any superfluous attributes interfering with their ability to visualize themselves fighting the villains, saving the girl, and exploring alien landscapes. I read that Farmer was credited with being the first science fiction author to handle the subject of sexuality in an honest, adult manner in his 1950 novel, The Lovers. I read that book and enjoyed it for the SF milestone that it was. Kudos to Farmer for that achievement. I also read his Venus on the Half Shell, inspired by Kurt Vonnegut's fictional author, Kilgore Trout. It was awful, but intentionally so. I admired Farmer's enthusiastic pursuit of adding another layer of veracity to Vonnegut's creation. Most SF readers know about Farmer's genealogical speculation on the ways Tarzan, Lone Ranger, and other fictional characters are all related. That was a truly inspired undertaking. The man clearly had a brilliant mind and a talent for world building. But in all honesty, these days, I don't get much entertainment value from his books. Here are my takeaways from yesterday's reading of Behind the Walls of Terra. First, I like the idea of portals through which one can instantly travel to an alien world. The trope has been used in many stories, from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe to Stargate. The internet is full of ancient alien-style programming in which such interdimensional portals are treated pretty much like a proven fact. I don't know about that, but I do like the idea. Second, I like the fact that the entire novel flows as a single piece. There are no chapters or sections or even scene breaks. I found that refreshing. The main character is Paul Janus Finnegan. He goes by the nickname Kickahaw when he's doing his interdimensional hopping. I didn't like the name Kickahaw when I was 19 years old, and I probably like it even less now. Can't say exactly why, but that's the way I feel about it. If I'd discovered the character when I was 10 years old, I might feel differently. Kickahaw and his royal girlfriend Anana pop into this world through a portal located somewhere near Arrowhead Lake in the mountains above Los Angeles. Right away, they have action-packed encounters with a motorcycle gang called Lucifer's Louts and a rock group in a psychedelic bus called Gnome King and his Bad Eggs. The bikers were no doubt inspired by Hell's Angels, and the Gnome King was probably derived from the song Spill the Wine by Eric Burdon. So far, so good. I was amused by these encounters and the disdain Kikaha shows for these counterculture folks. Pretty sure Farmer felt just like Kikaha about such matters. Kikaha, after all, was of Farmer's generation, even though his interdimensional travels had prevented him from aging. So basically, he's a 50-year-old in a 25-year-old body. From this point on, there's a lot of dodging cops, tricking people out of money, eating at diners, hailing cabs, and staying at various motels around the Los Angeles area as Kikaha and Anana try to get the drop on her ruthless royal relatives who are fighting for control of this world. Farmer keeps things moving. The reader never really has the chance to become bored, but many of the scenarios are repetitive, and after a while, the lack of character development makes one wonder why anyone should care about these two beautiful, athletic, interdimensional travelers. The book is 220 pages, longer than many SF novels of that era, but it's a quick read. I'd say the prose is written at the fifth grade reading level, not necessarily a flaw. When I was studying journalism back in 1970s, writers were encouraged to keep the vocabulary at the fifth grade level to appeal to the broadest possible audience. This striking cover was created by Boris Vallejo, an artist who emerged in the 70s as the leading disciple of the style created originally by Frank Frazetta. Behind the Walls of Terra by Philip Jose Farmer. It's a quick read, amusing in its own way, but easily forgotten when placed in the company of less superficial, better developed science fiction novels. Thanks for visiting my book review channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment to give the channel greater visibility on YouTube.